Alright. Hello and good evening, guys. How are you doing? Ayan, my screen is loading. Ayan, okay pala. Alright. Good evening. Happy Friday. We are going to do the Sumeru Archon Quest tonight. So, let's get started. I hope you're having a good Friday. Balita ko, mahaba daw siya. So, yeah. Let's do these daily tasks as quickly as possible para Sumeru Quest na tayo kaagad. Alright. Let's go. Paspasan na lang natin. I fortunately haven't been I haven't been spoiled yet. Except for like a couple of claim ko pala to. Ay, birthday nga pala ni Link. Uy. Ang binigay sa atin. Adeptus Temptation. Grabe to si Lingguang. Okay. I haven't been spoiled, fortunately, dun sa quest. I've just seen a couple of screenshots na parang ina-expect ko rin naman na na may ganong mangyayari. So, parang it's not really a spoiler for me. Okay. But yeah. Do this na. Okay. Go. This. Ta-da! Oh my god. Also, my allergies are acting up again. So, yeah. Apologies if I have... Like, my voice is not, like, the usual. Also, if I keep on sleeping. Because, yeah, allergies. Babo. Okay. Let's go. Bilisan mo magsalita, Shu. Oh my gosh. Generation. Face to the heart. Okay. Ay, parang dapat dito pala tayo nag-edit. Parang mas malapit yan. Ako mag-air dash, kaya lang yan. Hindi naman to, Tower of Fantasy. One of the things that I like about Tower of Fantasy is air dash. Sorry about that. So, let's go.
Body and mind. Rain Cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Right.
Body and mind.
Check this out. Supporting fire. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Get moving. Fire it up.
Okay. Then, right, next. Finishers. Where are these? Okay. Puro Genshin Impact din yung mga nasi-stream tonight. based on my follow list here on Twitch. Here and there, meron pa din, meron sa Tower of Fantasy, but most are playing Genshin. I guess that's the allure of a new region, right? A new story as well. Ayan. Okay, let's go. Glide faster.
Don't get too close. Here's backup.
By royal decree, let me weave you a verse. Huh? Rain outlines your...
Bakit naman hindi sila lumapit? Also, bakit hindi nag-gather yung mga kalaban? Di ba dapat may vacuum effect yung verse ni ano? Verse ni... tawag dyan? Ni Hazel. Oh, speaking of Hazel, malapit na ba yung friendship niya? Okay.
Lovely
Almost
weather we're
halfway.
having. Will you join me for a walk?
Almost halfway to level 10. And I can finally retire him from the field team. Uy, speaking of field team. Lalo. Dumami na yung pwedeng gawing ano, diba? Dumami na yung team slots na pwedeng ilagay or na pwedeng
Witness the power of
i-activate.
the wa.
Bring it on! Settle up!
Right. Done! Let us go to cafe. Ba? Laki na nung mapa. Okay. Hello and good evening, Kyle. How are you doing? Maati ka pong paspasan ng ano,
Ad
ng
Astra Abyssa.
daily commissions.
Thank you for completing
Kasi tayo ay Sumeru
Ad Astra
Quest.
Abyssa.
Nabalita ko compared sa dating tawag dyan, sa dating mga Archon Quest medyo mas mahaba-haba at matagal-tagal bago matapos. Let's see. Go! Tried exploring kanina. Enjoy naman Sumeru. Ang laki ng... Yes! Very... Uy guys, huwag kayong huwag niyong kalimutan mag-login sa sa Hoyo Lab kasi yan. May 30. Ngayon 10. Pero kapag nakumpleto niyo yung 7 days, makakuha kayo ng additional 30 na, additional 30 na free moves. So, yan. Okay. Through mist of smoke and forest dark. Okay. So, let's do this. Saan mag-login, madam? Sa Hoyo Lab. Make sure you link your Genshin account to your tawag dyan? Link your Genshin account to your Hoyo Lab. Tapos log in daily for 7 days to get the... Where are we? Spider-Man. Hey.
She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look.
Hey.
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again?
Okay, let's give it
Alright
another
then.
shot.
It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her to point us in the right direction. That's all.
Okay.
Oh. What a lovely smell.
So yan,
It's
incense ba
coming from
yan?
that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice.
Uy, wala. Hi.
Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good.
The smell is... What? What is the smell? How does it
What?
smell like?
Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
I've got to get out of here. Why? Ano yung smell na yun? Is it like a drug?
What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on.
What happened? Ano yung smell? What is the smell? Ah! Oh my god, that tree. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Wait, follow the voice. Where? I guess we should go to the tree. Parang doon lang naman magkakaroon ng voice, right? Nakasarado doon sa likod. This is a very pretty tree, though. Ganda ng color. Like, it's pink, but it's also lavender. Continue following the... Oh, it's right there, maybe? Oh, what is that mean? Who is that?
Are you sure it's not serious? The Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Yay!
Oh, are you awake now?
Yay, hello,
Oh, thank
Soleil.
goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake!
Where am I?
Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharvaville. It was
Gandharvaville.
originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you
Oh,
passed out
cute
during our
naman.
patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
No, I seem to be fine.
Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
Okay. So I guess we're also going to be meeting Signari.
Whoops!
Ayan na.
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
People keep eating the mushroom in the forest.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies
Oh
dance
my
before his
gosh,
eyes,
it's
then we'll just
shrooms.
let him be. But the
Literal
next time he
shrooms.
requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
Okay. Uh, what's that on his back?
So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He's chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier.
Okay.
But now that
Oh
you're
yan,
awake,
ano nga,
let
bakit
me
tayo
explain it for you
nahilo?
as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their
Spirit
minds as they
Borneo.
enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave.
Acacia.
The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That
Okay.
incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects
Okay.
on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Very good. Now,
Okay.
answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious?
Sabihin kaya natin sa kanya? Ay, sinabi pala. Okay.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master
Okay.
Tainari.
Ano yun sa likod ni Tigano? Maybe it's some sort of device.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
What's that?
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else.
Pero feeling ko hindi lang it's because it's the first time they smelled it eh. May effect siya na iba pa.
The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again,
Maybe
I'm
because
afraid you
we're
might
the
not be so
traveler is
lucky.
not from Evat, right?
For now, I
okay.
suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Kylie saying, mas maganda pa port ng Sumeru kaysa sa Liyue Harbor. Mas lively pa. Yes, I was able to visit Port Ormos while I was opening, the waypoints. And yeah, ang laki ng Port Ormos as well. So parang mas busy siya sa Liyue Harbor.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
I don't think what I saw were
You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
Maybe it's a warning or like a premonition. Standing deep underground. Could it have been Fenrir? Oh my god.
Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right?
He probably wasn't telling.
Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good
Chat
idea!
with Kale.
Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and...
Okay, tulog.
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
All right, next let's see. Right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time.
Aw.
Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
Counter what?
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Aw.
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to
Okay.
it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave...
Yes, you can count on me.
Okay, let's go.
Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like
Okay.
checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing
Wow,
assistance
okay.
to travelers and locals.
Dami
As for
rin ng
Master,
trabaho, okay?
Well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven.
Okay, let's go.
Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Ooh, there's a viewpoint. Go.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps.
Higher. Hello, what's your name? Okay.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it.
Okay.
No problems with this lamp. Good. The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
Excuse me again.
Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukudavata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Excuse me.
Huh? Greater Lord Rukudavata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukudavata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the Wall of Samiel around the desert.
Wall of Samuel.
Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
Ah, this is coincide with Ganria.
According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Sumeru Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru.
Okay.
To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh?
Oh, why?
You're not too sure?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Oh, this was the line in her, ano, diba? In her character, character video.
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like
she's so
Amber.
cute.
She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment.
Oh my
But
gosh.
is also very
Love
understanding
na love
of
niya si
others.
Amber, okay.
She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So,
Hey.
how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters.
Okay.
In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she
Ooh.
mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day...
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Sumeru Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books.
That's alright.
Okay.
You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Huh.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though.
Explain the purpose of your journey.
So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy.
Okay, let's go. Ito naman ni Cole, wait. Teleport na lang tayo doon. Kailangan bang mag-ano pa? Yan, o diba? Examine.
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll
Ano
have to
kaya
figure
yung
that
itsura
out
ni
later.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata do?
Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top and you...
Hey. Clean, clean, clean.
Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Hey, Kale, we're back.
Kale, we're back!
tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything.
But I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll
Pita
like them.
pockets.
Whoops!
No,
Oh no.
you dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
Concerned na concerned naman si Paimon dun sa Pugams.
Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime.
Yay!
Wow.
Thanks, Kale!
Ooh, so I guess
It's
Pita
hard to
pockets
believe
yung ano
someone
ni
as
Kole.
diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some
Oh.
time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and
Mysterious
mysterious
race.
race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official
yeah.
position there. But
So it's
Master declines their
ano.
offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master
Cute
could
ni
have
Kole,
easily
oh.
left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Yan yung ano niya, special
Paimon would have
recipe
never
niya.
guessed that.
Ni Kole, yung Pita pockets.
Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way
Oh.
here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why? Is she going to die?
Hey! Don't
Aw.
laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
Aw.
Hey! Now even Kale's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this.
Primordial Wrath, wow.
Don't touch me!
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine.
Oh
sorry.
no, Kole.
I must have startled you both
Probably
reacting
like
that.
a reflex reaction from brought about by the effects of what happened to her in the manga, right?
Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to
If you
Gandharville.
haven't read the
I
manga,
think
you can
Master and the others should be back by
you
now
can check
too.
out the official website of Hoyoverse of MiHoYo. You will find a copy there and read it.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a...
Let's go back. Gonzalo.
Ah, Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Wait until 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Thank you. Adjustable time. Right.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Right.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
Oh. Oh no.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has
she's
been dealing
sick.
with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Okay. Kyle is asking, hanggang Act 2 lang ba, madam, ng Archon Quest ang available this version? I'm pretty sure yes. It was announced din yata na there will be 2 acts the Archon Quest, in this version. So, yeah. During the special program, if I remember so. What?
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma.
Wow, sobrang
So,
sikat na ni
just to
Traveler.
clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time.
Right. Ever since she was a child,
Elazar.
she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body.
Oh, what?
At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be
Yeah.
acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
That's the reason why Dottore experimented with
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she
Yun
had
na
been
nga.
given to a harbinger known as the Doctor.
Yan na, si
I have no
Dottore.
idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the
Yun na
Fatui
nga.
has left deep
Because she was
scars.
experimented
Even
on.
now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary,
Why is
I'm
she
afraid the
getting
long-distance
worse?
patrols are a little too much for her now.
Kyle is saying 1 month na lang pala kada version ang meron tayo sa game. Yes, to ano, di ba? Compensate for the delays that happened. So, yeah, iniksian nila yung versions and made adjustments. Like yung adjusted points for the level up of the battle passage.
Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's
Pala.
often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Ah, di ba, nagpulot-pulot na tayo nito in, our previous,
Hey,
exploration.
Tainari, where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can...
At least teleport na lang tayo.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
Ay,
You are correct.
ito nahuli.
Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh,
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
So, ay, kailangan kasi fresh. Yung napulot natin before, hindi fresh.
all right. We've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Dahil tayo ng extra.
Hey, Tainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Happened. They sound scared.
Oh,
Or
Tainari,
urgent.
someone's calling your name.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But Didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Okay, what's that? Sound alarmed, right? Parang may something wrong. Kyle is saying, less time to save, buti na lang di pa next patch ang Sumeru Archon. Yeah. Dahil sa tawag dyan, sa drip marketing, ang next banners would be Nilu and Tino.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
Bakit?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
Baka naapektuhan si Colleen nung daw with the ring. Oh, gosh.
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the Withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision,
Don't
then
need
you
a
should
vision,
think
we
twice
have
before
special
approaching such
powers.
places.
Okay.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the Withering's
We don't need a
corrosive effects for a
vision.
time.
We are the traveler.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it. Like only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
She's so confident. Oh my gosh, she's so...
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the Withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville.
Hey. With the ring. Oh. Oh, yan na. Got it. Okay.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the Withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that Withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the Withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you, but I must warn you. Don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. You ready then? Let's go.
Hey. Go.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering zone.
Get this.
Fire it up! Supporting fire! Check this out!
Charge shots. Okay. Eh, asan na yung ano? Dendrograna ka. Ouch! Ang bakit?
Don't get too close!
Rain outlines your fate.
Hey. Ay, wait. So, pwede ba nating iwasan yun? Ay!
Fire it up!
Meron pa bang isa? Ah, ayun.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Close!
By royal decree.
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
Ay. Ay, wala tayong dendrograna. Okay. Or it needs more. Ano yun? Ano natin siya i-destroy? Kailangan ko ba ng mas ano? Ah! Ay, ganun palang destroy. Okay. Kala ko kailangan pa siyang barilin. Okay.
Everything's returning to normal now.
Hello to Rymac and hello to Meshach. Hello, how are you doing?
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But
Leaving
it's
lasting
far more
effect on
severe
the
than that.
rainforest.
The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself.
Yeah, baka nga naapektuhan din si Colin.
For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of Withering Zones have started to increase,
Oh, diba? Ayun na nga.
Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? But why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia.
Hala.
It's said that it originates from the depths of the world.
Depths of the world?
By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Yeah, I think I've heard it somewhere.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards.
Oh, is that the Irminsul tree that we found? Yung ay dun sa vision, hallucination thing?
I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Yeah.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul. The Sumeru Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Sumeru Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
So the tree is sick. Why? Gosh. Ano yung nagdudulot ng ano? Takip ng puno. Or yeah. Ah!
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken
Siyempre,
care of.
malakas kami.
No need to worry. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
What? Ano nangyari? Messenger ba yun ni ano?
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first
Wait, so
arrived in
what happened?
Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She
Okay.
must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for
What?
3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her...
Oh my
Needless to
gosh.
say, Hypatia's been through worse,
Tatlong
but
araw
we
na
should
siyang
still
hindi
get to her
kumakain.
as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
No unusual feelings this week.
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that she'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back
dahil
when we were
na-expose
clearing the
tayo dun
withering
sa
zone,
withering.
I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the dendro element. And if I may
Ooh.
ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tibet. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukadevata.
Okay.
We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me,
Okay.
it was part of my responsibilities to
could be
ascertain
entrusted-
whether you could be
Oh,
entrusted
my
with the
gosh.
fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul.
Okay.
What you witnessed were actually real
Real
memories contained within Irminsul itself.
Pero memories. Oh.
I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a
Special
special
phase.
phase of her
Oh my
training.
God.
During that time, she must avoid
Ako-
communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
Papadala mo siya ng sulat kay Hypatia. Cute naman ang ibon na to. Ah!
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have. No,
Okay.
I should be the one thanking you.
Okay. Let's
Hypatia
go.
should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Wait, nasan ba siya? Oo. Go.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Okay. Ooh, this is her mailbox.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey!
Nasaan na
There's
siya
nobody
napunta?
here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Oops. Wow. Oh. Cute. What's this? What's this? Oh my god, it's so cute. What? Oh! Disappeared. What's that? Is that like a creature of the forest? Parang sprite, forest sprite.
There you are! Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first.
Okay.
Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden?
What? Go through the roof.
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we?
Step. Ah. Hi. Black
Really?
timer.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Step.
Let's go investigate the area.
Okay. Ooh. So pretty. There's a treasure chest.
Wow, this place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Huh. Hey. Try to get into the special cave. Say what? Ito tayo, aakyat tayo. Ah, ayun, may ano. May... Okay. Okay. Eh, hindi na. Meron ka bang ibang pupuntahan? Parang wala na, no? What are you trying to do? I'm not cheap. Ay, dito tayo galing sa labas, di ba? hindi na lumalabas yung... Ah. Hindi na lumalabas yung letter T. Fine. Meron pa dun sa taas. Should we go there? Pero dun sabi niya, so, okay. Just follow the path. Ah! Ooh, what's happening? Investigate the quaint room. What? Okay.
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Ah! There's a shot. What? Wait, it looks like yung ano, dumi ni, ni Kazaha. See? Oh, I can't break it. Kazaha's the... Gosh, what? Oh! Ano ba yan? Is Kusanali like playing with us? Or oh, or maybe it's the thing kanina, yung kumatalon-talon ng mga mascot. Primeval Rosin in the Wind. Oh. Okay, so we're back. Ay, hindi na. Oh. Wow. Fun. Right. Everything is so like lush and beautiful in in Sumeru. Okay. Go there. Ah, okay. Umikot lang tayo. Bago pa tayo maligaw. What? Ang kulay-kulay naman ng ng Sumeru. Okay.
Don't get too close! Supporting fire!
By royal decree!
Get moving! Fracture! it on! Cyclone!
Ay, walang tinamaan.
I got you covered!
Oz, reveal! No, my sword!
Oh, what's that? I no more space. Oh my gosh. Traveler, where are you? Where is your... Yes, right. Natin kung anong tataas. Bitrate. Ay, flat left. I guess we're gonna follow this. Ooh, we're so cute! Ah, became like a fairy. Where are we going? Wait, inside the flower. Hi! Ready. Oh my gosh. Guess you have to...
Rain outlines your fate.
Guess you have to be careful. I guess it's also a demonstration of elemental reactor. How do we get out? How do we get out? Ah, ayun. Merong ganon. Okay. There's a chest. We're going there. No, we cannot. Going to the top. Ah, okay. Right. That one. Pink platform. Ganda ng music. Ganda ng music. Ay, nako. Ito talaga yung ano mo. Ito mong may expect kay Genshin. Ay, oh my God. Karon man ng mga controversies and whatnot. Can expect it to have really gorgeous. Ayun. Oh, Naila. Right. Activate. Okay. This is so pretty. Also very mysterious. Let's go. Ah! Oh my gosh, ayun. Ah. This is, I guess, Inazuma again.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Nangyari kay Traveler? What? What? Who? There's a, ano dito before, diba? Puzzle dati saan? Okay. Tama ba yung ginagawa ko? Tama, di ba? Did I stand here? Ano yun? Yung isang dungeon na may aayusin ka na rooms? Diba? Anong tawag doon? Like that? Do we need to take a picture using the camera? I don't understand how. Ay, hindi tayo makalatpas. So, I guess we need to solve this. Paano siya? Should I zoom in? Zoom out? Yun. Investigate the corridor on the other side. 1. Ooh, the door is no longer sealed. There are chests somewhere here. Huh. Ooh! Elevator. Again! Go to the upper platform. But... okay, it's closed. Fine, I guess we can go back. There. Ah! What's this?
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place.
Ba't ka nandito?
Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
Why? Oh my gosh, kakalabanin natin siya.
By royal decree, Rain Cutter.
Confess! Supporting fire! Check
Ay, oh my God!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Wala akong ano.
Fire it up!
Hindi natin mababasag yung shield niya. Paano ko ito tatalunin?
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Oh, okay. So, hindi talaga siya masisira yung shield right now. Okay. Oh my gosh, wait.
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later.
Oh,
It's
weak and
time you
powerless.
realize how weak and powerless you really are.
My journey will not end here.
Your brother. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? His Highness has long since forsaken you.
As long since
Your
forsaken
meager
me?
existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last.
La 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 la. Lalaban natin siya ulit. Wala akong ano. Wala akong krayo. Oh my God. La. Oh. Oh my God. Ano nangyari?
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
Wait, no.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that makes sense.
What
She does
happened?
look kind of rough at the moment. Anyways, we can talk about this later.
Happened? Ano yung... Oh, okay. So
Whoa,
confused.
wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
Water in...
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water.
Hey. What's happening?
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must
Neighbor.
have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Kind of like a cabbage.
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Alright. Okay, hold on guys. We'll continue. Short
Wait,
while.
hold on a second, traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
Okay, we're back. Okay. So I guess not everyone sees the cabbage creature. I don't know what they're called.
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
Oh, okay.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon.
Oh, are they their like pets?
I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing
So
whatever they
parang
were
ano
up
sila,
to.
forest spirits, gano'n? Or dendro spirits?
It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh, and then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced
Oh,
they'd
okay.
never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later.
They weren't
And they weren't
alone.
alone.
Marami sila? Are they a
I
family?
feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Okay. Ala, nagugutom na siya.
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier. Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. All right, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too.
Oh my gosh, gutom na si Hypatia. Take some food by the fire. Food. Pick up. Okay.
Check this out.
Ay, hindi na pala. Make back lunch na pala.
All done. Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing.
Hey. Give Hypatia the food.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable.
Eat. Hey.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting
Because
with
I'm not
Irminsul
from
as you have.
that. We're the
So why
traveler.
does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn Ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These
Oh,
special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro
Okay.
Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection
Okay.
with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's
Okay.
power and experience the sensory overload. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn
Okay,
Ale
so I
should
guess
no
we're
longer
safe
trigger
now.
such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities.
Whoa. You're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the
Or
Academia,
Taoist
my
Darshan?
main area of
Oh my
research
gosh,
is the
it's our
stars
friend!
and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers.
Where's our friend?
If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every
Hindi
attempt to
yung
attune with
yung
Irminsul will be
cabbage
successful,
friend.
or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life.
Diba?
Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that
hello,
Irminsul
friend.
contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself.
Oh my gosh, okay. So I guess only really powerful beings, I guess. Knowledgeable.
That's why we
Okay.
meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risk, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However,
Hello there,
I've
friend.
been feeling better as of late.
Nagtago siya.
I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Are they shy? Or just, I don't know, why are they hiding?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent.
Only
Only
children.
children
Okay.
can dream in Sumeru. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions
Okay,
you
that makes
encounter in your
sense. If
sleep.
they're really like after wisdom, right? Parang they would interpret dreams as something na walang masyadong significance in their search for.
I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never
Oh.
dreamed again. But then,
That's sad.
on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again.
Yun. So they have the power to create or influence. Aranara, is this that one? Aranara.
It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again.
Okay.
Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
Yeah, what's happening to the
Sorry.
tree?
I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me.
Yeah.
What could that possibly mean?
Is it that she's asking to be forgotten or something?
If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I
Paripurna.
might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me.
Okay, thanks.
There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
Okay. Who are we going to see? The little cabbage
Now that we know
things?
Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Okay, let's return. Okay.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand.
What?
I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would
Ano
come
yung
here and
master
berate
niya?
me personally.
We're going to meet them.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how
What?
long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Okay. Hindi nila makonvince si Tenarly na umalis.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right.
Hey.
We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well,
Aw.
do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short,
Ooh.
and most of my acquaintances
Does
are
Tignari know
researchers.
Lisa?
How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you
Okay.
enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal.
Oh, the
It's a
ano,
tool
okay.
produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City!
Okay, where's
That's right!
Kale?
Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a
Okay.
little walk would do her some good. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari.
Farewell, and
Okay,
good
let's
luck
go.
to you both.
Oh wait, so we don't have.
Rainforest is the best place to live.
Wala tayong event na
For the next interview,
ano.
I think I'll start with these questions.
Wala tayong event na gagamit natin si ano, Army. Oh, there's so many dogs.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Thanks for waiting here
Okay.
just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Back to see you soon.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. And, I'm sorry.
Aw.
I should have told
Don't
you
be
both
sad
about my
for me.
condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's
Yes.
no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Yeah, she's so
Thank you.
precious. I like
That means
her.
a lot.
So cute.
Before you leave, I have something for you.
Oh?
What's it?
What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets.
Yay!
I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember?
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell.
Yay! Pizza pocket. Ooh, go to Sumeru City. Okay, wait lang. Matagalan tayo. Matagal ba yun? Maybe let's just go to Sumeru City and then let's see. Let's see kung saan tayo pwedeng saan tayo pwedeng huminto ng natin. Okay. Daming mga bata dito, ha? Ay, ayun na yung mga mataong may Akasha Terminal. Oh.
Sumeru City! We finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha.
Oh my gosh. May record sila lahat ng mga tao dito. Oh my gosh, that's awesome but also kind of cool.
But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need.
That's impressive. Like, Oh.
I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However,
Ooh.
this policy was recently changed,
Bakit kaya
and now
binago?
all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
Okay.
It kind of looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
May the mighty God bless us with their voice.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. Ahem. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Ooh, that's amazing. Oh.
Whoa. Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh,
Galing.
that'll come in real handy.
High-tech ng Sumeru, ah.
That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins.
Oh.
The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Surasthana. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're
Baka
trying
ayaw
to
talaga
remember
ni
and it's on the tip of
Kusanali
your
na
tongue,
ano
but you
muna.
just can't think of it.
She doesn't want us to see her first.
Ugh, Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
Okay. Why? Think Greater Lord Buka. Akasha doesn't unconditionally respond to every query. Okay. Akasha still imparts knowledge based on each person's identity, age, experiences, and other demographics. Wow!
Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe
Yeah,
we're not
possibly.
qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something.
But there wasn't really anything that I did. I guess Greater Lord Ruka Devata.
You too.
Many bright dots of light appeared in my mouth. Things of affection, intimacy, nostalgia, sadness, and anxiety. Oh my gosh. This seemed to be what the people of Sumeru feel about their departed arc. Oh, okay.
Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really miss their Archon. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the Academia.
Okay, let's go look for
Let's
it.
see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate.
Brother, say something like that about
Let's head over and have a look.
To make it as a
Hopefully
small
that's
business, you have to accept a little less profit and sell.
Ooh, pomegranate. Wait, higher. Where is the higher? Guess we call vendor. Ooh, can we buy some? Buy Aki. Oh. Doesn't sell anything.
It's an easy job, isn't it? Surely you can do it.
Avena.
Don't you remember your
Lemta.
adventure plans, my lady?
Isha. Tavern. Oh, I cannot. Can I go in? Enter tavern. Explore na. Jafar! Oh my gosh, there's a Jafar here. Ooh! Okay, let's buy this. Shawarma wrap! Oh my gosh, may shawarma dito sa Peru. Glabrus. Buy this. Ano man yan? It's upstairs. What? Okay, wala. Walang something. Dito si Jafar. I guess we just meet with Rohawi, right? Then we can ooh, this. I mean nadaanan na natin to, but can we like Kamal, Branch Master, Adventures. This is a little dark, but still not. Anyways, yeah. Let's go and meet Rohawi first. Hossein? Ala, inapakan na natin yung ano niya. Paninda niya. Shipwreck. Does sound a little Mahamata kept asking. What did we get? Oh, adventurous experience. Hala, nawala. Gosh. Pariha.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Wow.
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari?
Why?
Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Oh, let me see... Ah! Ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha.
Galing naman nun. I think.
Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
Oh my gosh, look at
I'm
her
sure
face.
you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon.
Oh, so I guess the Akasha determines what diba? What you can or cannot know. I guess yun nga, based on age, expertise, etc. And maybe, what's in your mind, or parang nadedetect niya kung ano yung purpose mo, I guess.
All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh.
Bakit kaya?
Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there
Oh,
will
that's
always
why.
be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Take me, for
But
example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
wait, what?
Okay.
Sobrang genius
Thanks
siguro
for
ni
your
Tignari,
advice.
no? Kaya hinahunting siya ng ano. Or the academia wants to work with him.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
Chismis
Hey,
pala.
come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Chismis pala ang expertise ni
Paimon's
Rohawi.
expectations were pretty low, so what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here. Huh? Like who?
At Astro
Oh,
Abyssal.
you're right! Catherine! The
Okay.
Adventurers Guild has its own intel network.
Let's go back to Adventure. At Astro Abyssal. Hey.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
Come on, Catherine. Come
You
through.
two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood.
Ay, pati siya
Please
meron
wait.
sa ano. Pati meron siyang Akasha si Catherine.
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two.
Oh, ooh,
In
who's that?
Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather,
Oh,
there are
the
numerous
Eremites.
active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An
Okay.
Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they
Okay.
the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Okay, so may kakilala
Core
siya.
of 30? What a
Eremite.
weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. If you'd like to get in
Okay.
contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of
Citadel.
Rexar.
Okay,
You're
thank
welcome.
you, Catherine.
I wish you two the best of luck.
At Astro Abyssal.
Alright, off to the
Catherine.
Citadel of Rexar we go!
Ay, saan yun? Aha, okay. Ay, wait. Lakarin natin kayo. Might see something interesting. We walk there. Ooh.
This new shipment of items, they're also...
What? Hindi pa pwedeng bumili? Okay, fine. Turn it. Ito, anong pwedeng bilhin? Ah, the fruit and the peach. Oh, ooh, it looks... Okay, wow. Ooh, there's the... Adventurer. New reputation.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
Oh, this is Asfan. Hello, B. How are you?
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
No! How can we meet her?
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord.
It seems like mas
Kusanali.
devoted pa rin sila kay Greater Lord Ruka, diba?
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugadavada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her
Thanks
legacy.
kay Mesha. Enjoy daw sa Archon Quest. Yes, pero baka hindi ko siya matapos tonight. We can continue some parts of it in the next stream. Pero I'll see how far I can go ngayon.
Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance. And the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Yun nga. Bakit kaya Kusanali never makes an parang, is it because the Academia doesn't like her or something? Right? Parang, maybe she sees it as a may purpose na hindi siya makita ng mga tao.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it.
Alright. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. Oh. Ano na? Wala pa din?
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking
Parang
for
ano naman,
information
masyado silang
non-stop ever since we
dependent
got
sa
to
ano, dun
Sumeru.
sa Akasha.
But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Ooh. We meet at Chismosa.
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you.
Huh.
Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
What? Why? Oh, maybe ito, dalawa.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
Dumating sila.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! Let's see if we can get rid of them.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Why?
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
Okay. Bakit?
That should keep him busy for a while.
Pero bakit siya hinahanap? Ay. Anong meron? May atraso ba si Dunyarzad sa kanila?
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me.
Why does she have bandages?
Uh-oh. Looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep
my
an eye out
gosh.
for anyone looking for you.
We're gonna sneak around again? Okay.
So we can get this thing designed and so.
Okay.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Dia! Oh my gosh! Ah! Looks so cool! Okay, Dia pala siya, hindi Dehya. Okay. Dia. With her hand. So cool, okay. Ah! So good, okay.
My lady, who are these two?
My lady.
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
What?
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
Mayaman pala siya.
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back.
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait,
Hello?
what?
Tatapatan niya yung bayan.
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles.
Okay.
That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt you. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
Is she also with the yung parang kay Cole, yung Elazar?
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. I still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me, because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Okay.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just
parang
now.
parehas niya, no?
My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an
Parang
offensive
sakit ni
way.
Cole din.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Hello.
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Okay.
Sure. After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Okay. Yes, rest in the tavern for a while.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now.
Okay.
Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and but please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Okay, no need to bring the banquet.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Okay.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes?
They're
our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Bye, mine will pass.
What? No! But you've cooked slimes before.
What do you have against my slime dishes? Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind.
Oh my God.
Dunyarzad, don't be
Parang
scared.
yung ginagawa ni Kusanali
You don't
sa atin,
have
di
to
ba?
cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually... Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt.
Huh?
Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen.
Okay,
Can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was
I'm
the
pretty sure that's
flourishing
Kusanali.
Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal, but because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist.
So bakit nga kaya? There like something more sinister behind it? Or talagang ano lang? Just the pure belief ng Academia na talagang si Rukkhadevata pa rin yung Archon nila.
Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute.
Gusto niyo mag-participate?
But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Who is the friend?
I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu? The one who sends flowers to
gosh.
the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts.
Okay, ang daming nai-introduce na characters na.
I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us.
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yay! Okay, so we're gonna meet Nilu next. Go to the Grand Bazaar, but yeah. Need to end the stream for now. I think this is going to be a long session. Haba. Parang before yung ano, 'di ba? Yung tawag dyan, yung Archon Quest, tapos nasa isang stream lang. Ngayon, parang wala pa tayo halfway. Right? Anyways, ayan. Thanks guys for joining me tonight. I will see you next stream. Hopefully, we can stream tomorrow para matapos ko na tong matapos ko na tong Archon Quest. Yan. Thank you so much for your support, guys. I hope to see you next stream. Happy weekend! But for now, I'm going to say goodbye and good night. I will see you next week. Bye, guys.